Hey guys, welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and today we are going to be opening up the server for FTB Ultimate Reloaded. And everybody's with me. Go ahead and say hi, guys.
Hi.
So today I've done a few things here on the server now. So yeah, everything is moving over. If you guys don't know how to join the server, of course I've said this many times in the past, I do my best to try and have a server up for the pack I'm playing. Sometimes it's not possible, sometimes it is. But in this case, it'll be up for as long as I'm playing this pack. And yeah, you guys can hop on here if you're either a Twitch sub. That also includes Twitch Prime, if you want. I do live stream over on Twitch, and that does translate over here. And then also Patreons. So if you join the Patreon, I'll link down below. You guys will be able to join as well. So I get that question a lot. But anyways, I moved this down to Y level 46. Kind of the in-between, so that way you can mine up a bunch more iron. I need iron. Yeah, this guy cleared out a pretty substantial area down here. Yeah, let's just say it's been hard at work, doing its thing, just mining. I mean, it's cleared out a large area. And then I'm at the point where it's super dark over here, but let me place some torches down. I've been kind of waiting for just one more mob shard from this transmutation. I think that's what it's called. Look up obsidian, because obsidian's a good example to show you how to make it. Right here, the transmutation stone. I'm missing one of these shards. I have 7 of them. I need one more, and then I can make that bad boy, and then we will be golden. We won't have to get some of these hard resources to get. We can pretty much just transmutate a lot of stuff, which would be so nice. So very nice. But anyways, I need to go get some pig. That may sound weird, but there's a few things that I want to do. I want to grab pig because I know there's pig nearby, and I want to get them in a pen and get these guys breeding. The best thing to do is to nab some, put them in the pen, and then we're going to use a baby separator on these guys. The reason I want this is because industrial foregoing requires a little thing called pink slime. And we take a look at pink slime. It's not that easy to get. You can't just click on it. Because you actually need to get liquid pink slime. And to do that, you need a slaughter factory. And unfortunately, it doesn't really tell you exactly how to go about doing this. So that's why you kind of need to, I guess, just follow along. I don't really know. It doesn't really give you a good show. But anyways, we need to grab a couple pig. So come on, fellas. And I'm going to get them in my pen. I have a pen in my house. I made a couple of pens because we're going to be using them today. And the longer we have this going, the more pink slime will end up generating overall later on down the road. So, come on, fellas. I'll take you. I'm going to get them over there to our base. And guys, once we do that, we'll figure out how exactly we're going to set this bad boy up. So, piggos are in the pen. I guess we can go ahead and breed them up. Doesn't really matter. They're going to be breeding very, very soon and going to be reproducing. We need to get a lot of the adult ones right here in this pen. And the more of them we have in here, the better off we're going to be. Alright, so let's go ahead and start working on some of the machines. Alright, so we have the pink slime we need to go into the industrial foregoing. Now, a lot of machines from industrial foregoing have been kind of slimmed down here. But there are a few things that would be really nice to have, and they do require pink slime. So let's go ahead and start that process. So the industrial feeder, or industrial machines, we're going to need an animal feeder, but we're also going to need some other things. We're going to need a way of planting stuff. An animal feeder is going to be not too expensive. And a golden apple is kind of expensive-ish. We're also going to need some golden carrots. That's not too bad. Couple carrots worth. Throw those in there. There we go. And last but not least, we need some purple dye. That should be pretty easy to get. Regular purple dye. I think it's blue and red. Let's see. Pretty sure we have some red and lapis. That'll make some purple dye. And we should be good there. Alright, machine frame. It should be pretty simple. I'm going to hit A over that. Let's throw that in our inventory. Hit A. I need to get these set back up. This time we should be good because the pack is actually now like stationary in its released form. This pack is now actually out. So we should be good there. And we'll make a machine frame. And voila. We have an animal feeder. Now, we need a way of getting carrots though. So we have a plant sower, which is another machine we're definitely going to need. This is going to sow our plants. We're going to get some automated plant works going, basically. Bunch of iron here. But like I said, we have iron, so it shouldn't be too big of a deal. And these guys. 10 gears. Ah, glass. So, how much sand do I have? A little bit of sand. We'll get that cooking. That should start cooking in there. I'll even throw some over here, because I know this also goes pretty fast as well. But it's really loud. So if we go to options, sound, I keep turning this down, but now it should save its changes now. Let's grab some of that glass. And there we go. Alright, so back to this. Back to the machine frame. And there we go. Alright. And we can make the plant sower. Now the plant sower is going to be very helpful for planting stuff, but we also need a plant gatherer, and this is basically going to pick up our plants or trees or anything like that that we really need near it. But it does work for trees. You could technically use the plant gatherer as a tree farm, and not Steve Scarts, but I kind of like the Steve Scarts. So that's why I've been going with it. Alright, plant gatherer. These are going to require gold gears. Looks like we need some more stone gears, which is perfectly fine. We need wood gears. Having these craftable, like auto-craftable, is going to be something we're going to set up later on as well. There we go. There's 9 more stone gears. And that should be enough. Plant gatherer, done. Awesome. So we should be able to route power. I'm going to take this power from back here. We're going to route this underground. We need to make more leadstone flux ducts, because that's going to be our main transport. Do I have lead? We have plenty of lead. Oh, we're missing glass, not lead. Let's grab some more glass. And yeah, this stuff really just needs a bit of power. Alright, so we have a plant gatherer, plant sower. We need a bucket of water, because we're going to have a crop. And we need to find a place to put a crop, right? So let's go ahead and clear a little area out back here. And I think this does a pretty large crop as well. You can change its size if you want to. But I'm pretty sure they do a pretty decent sized crop by default. Or it does a 1x1 by default. You have to add those upgrades. There are. We'll make those here in a second. Just clearing out a little bit more space. There we go. All right. So we want this nearby. So I'm going to place the animal feeder. Animal feeder is going to go here. Place that there. We're going to have a plant gatherer right here, right? And then we're going to have a plant sower, because I only want a little area. We're going to have a plant sower down here. Like that. Right, so this all requires power. So we do need to get power to this stuff. And we'll just dig down. I should be able to pull this all into my building just by routing all of this out. So all the cable is laid down, and we should be able to go ahead and cover this guy up. Now this, I need to make sure this is working. Now, you see by default, this is the working area, just one block above. We definitely want to change that. This also will show you the working area, which is just one block in front of it. Same with this one. All of these are going to definitely need to be upgraded. So we're going to get started with making those upgrades. I'm pretty sure the tier, like the starting tier for this is a little bit different. Like they don't actually tell you, I don't think. Let's go industrial. And if we look through, you'll see the actual upgrades. So you have the tier 0, 1, and 2. I think 1. We take a look at the actual upgrades themselves. I don't remember the exact size that the 1 does, but I think it's a 3x3 by default. It's the 5x5. So you can see that here. I know it's a little glitchy. It does render without shaders a little bit differently. But you can still see. This is the actual area that I want, which is working perfect. And I want this area for both of these. So all of these are going to require a lapis upgrade. For pretty much everything, even this. All of my machines, I guess, should handle a lapis upgrade. Should be perfect. So, technically we're going to need a few of them because there's another machine that we're going to have to make later on down the road that I'm going to explain a little bit about. But this should work. Lapis upgrade in you. Lapis upgrade, you already have one, and you get a lapis upgrade as well. Show the area. You can see it's exactly the same. Perfect. Now, I do need to get the material from here into here. That's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to show you how to really do that. But for right now, the animal feeder, we're just going to leave it be until we have enough of these crops grown. I still think that this has to have water above it, like that, to maintain these crops. I do believe. Let me go ahead and get my carrots. And we're going to grow carrots. Let's grab those. So we have 19 carrots at the moment. We should have tons of them shortly once this starts working. We place the carrots in, and we lock the inventory. That should mean nothing else should go here. And you can see it's going to start planting these crops automatically for you. Now here's where I think this does need to have that water there. I do believe that it does. And then this, of course, is going to manage that range. And this should automatically harvest the crops for us as we go. And it's also going to generate some fluid sludge. We're going to manage that later on. Right now, I'm not too concerned about it. I just want this thing planting more. For some reason, it's kind of delaying its... Oh, we have it in the stage. Let's unlock. These do stage in areas, by the way. So these will place in all the different locations. I kind of forgot about that. It does kind of do sectors. So you can kind of tell that. I wish I could place this in without it unlocking there. But, yeah, right now we'll just unlock, because it really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all, because this is going to fill up eventually. Alright, so I don't really have that much bone meal. That would be something that would be kind of useful to have a bunch of. Let's see, bone meal? Kind of jumpstart this. We have some bone. I guess we would get more if we pulverized it, right? If we pulverize this, we definitely get more, don't we? Way more than default. Yeah, we get 6. Probably best that you pulverize that. And we'll just come over here. And you can see, now that picks up the carrots. Well, not if we do that, but if we full grow it, it will harvest it. Just like that. Full grown. Perfect. There is a machine that will actually auto-place the bone meal for you, if that's something you're interested in. But as you can see, it's also building up some sludge, and now we have carrots. Like I said, I need to get those carrots routed back into this thing so that way it's full. To do that, I'm going to use some item ducts. It's like the best routing we have right now is the item ducts. And I'm just going to use a servo for right now. And this should technically work. Right. So, directly down here, we might have to rearrange some of our power. I think that'll work. Connected here. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, and we'll pipe this directly here. For right now, we're going to cut this off. We're going to cut this one side off here, because we don't need it for right now. And let's go ahead and dig us a little tunnel. This is going to drop down. It's going to go around this, because of course this is not the most practical thing to do. But this will get the job done. Let me get out of the way. And there we go. Perfect. Let's go ahead and hop up here. And we'll just place our servo. And we'll set this to ignore. And that should pull this over. And it should start filling this with carrots that it collects. Right. Alright, so we also have sludge. I'm not too worried about that right now, but that is another issue that definitely needs to be worked on. And we'll get that fixed. We'll definitely get that fixed. But we should definitely start seeing carrots build up in there. So, now that this is running, I think that once this is fully going, I will be able to split these up, and this will be able to work. I was looking at a couple other mods that would help me distribute these evenly. But I think this is probably going to be my best attempt at doing that. I think maybe it'll send some and split them in between. I hope. I know how these would normally work. They usually send to the first inventory, the closest inventory first, and then that's it. But this should technically work overall. All right, and then next we have the baby animal separator. Now this guy is going to go here. We're not going to turn it on just yet. But when I place this down, you'll see I will need to get a fence over top. I need to put the upgrade. I went ahead and made a range 2 upgrade. And the range needs to be over here. It needs to pick up the babies from this side. And what it'll do is it'll pile all the babies right here into this pen. And that's what I want. I want those to be separated. Because what we're going to have is, after we're done with that, is we're going to have a mob slaughter factory that is going to be turning these guys into pink slime and liquid meat. Yeah. Instead of doing a mob farm, which would be pretty efficient for this, we're going to be using these mobs that we're going to have to breed ourselves. So yeah, it's going to take a little bit of time for me to get these things bred up, but you know, eventually this will work. And another thing to deal with. This is producing, as you can see, it's gathering sludge. And it actually won't take too long for the sludge to really build up in this machine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this over a couple. I need to route our power this way. And I guess I took all my power and I've moved it over here. Let's grab leadstone, flux ducts. We'll hook the power up to this because I'm pretty sure this requires power. Right? So yeah, this does require power. And then what we'll do is we'll hook up one fluid duct next door. Pop a servo on this. And what this will do is pull that sludge over here, and this will take that sludge and it'll turn it into, once it gets enough in here, it'll actually turn it into usable items for us, such as clay, sand, things like that. Which is, I mean, just another way of generating a couple of resources. And will help out overall later on. I think another thing we should probably do is take the upgrade, and we'll eventually upgrade our sower, and we're going to make this thing a bit bigger. But for right now, it's a pretty good size, so we're going to leave it at that. But I was taking a look at modular routers, and this thing is really nice for item transfer. This item router itself can do several cool things, including the thing that I was talking about earlier. We could use a distributor module to tell it to send to multiple locations, and then we can use a regulator augment to tell that router basically that I only want like 4 carrots to go here and 4 carrots to go here, and it will evenly distribute those. So yeah, that is really cool, and we're probably going to utilize it later on. So right here, we're pretty much ready to go. The only thing we need now is that mob slaughter factory, which I think I'm just going to break this oak fence and place it there. Because what we'll do is, as these little pigs, when they go over here, the babies will go over here, whenever they grow up, the mob slaughter factory will kill them. Because I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, the mob slaughter factory will only kill adult pigs. It will not kill baby pigs. I probably should test that before I say that. But let's take a look at this. Mob slaughter factory. Here's this bad boy. Yeah, we're going to need a couple swords. And it looks like we're going to need a couple sticks. A couple of these, a couple of iron axes. Another machine frame. Which, of course, we need more sticks. There we go. That's just enough. 10 gear. Gold gear. And we should be ready to rock and roll. Machine frame. And mob slaughter factory. Awesome. This is also going to need some power. I'm not going to power it just yet. I do need to make sure that it actually is going to work correctly. And what we'll do is we'll place it here on the other side. Not like this. We need to place it going this way. There we go. And yeah, as these bad boys start to grow up, they should end up in here. I think I might actually place this on the outside of the area. Like so. Still leaving the fence in here. And yeah, that should definitely work. We're going to put an upgrade in here. And that, I'm pretty sure it only kills the adults. But like I said, I do probably need to test that just to make sure. And I do need to go ahead and get power routed over here. So we'll route it to this. Need to find out where this is at. There we go. I love this drill, by the way. It's so nice. So yeah, we'll send that over to this. I'm going to pause this for right now, so that way it doesn't activate automatically. I don't know why I dropped this down. But there we go. And that is set up. Now I should just be able to get out of here. Do my thing. And we're ready to rock and roll. Perfect. So all these machines now have power. We're all set up. We're ready to rock and roll. Yeah, all we gotta do is unpause this. I'm gonna pause this because I don't want it killing it yet. That should send the baby over. Right? Okay, so we do need to get some fence to fix that, but for right now I'll just use some dirt. So yeah, that'll put the baby there. Let's remove that. I hope this range add-on isn't too big. Okay, so that should work. Turn that off. Turn that on. Oh, and it does kill the babies, doesn't it? Wait, but it still gives us slime, even if they are babies. Okay, that works. If it gives it to us regardless of them being adult or not, that's a win in my book. Because I don't want them, honestly, I don't want to have to wait for them to turn into adults. That just takes even longer. Oh, that's perfect. It's perfect. Because normally you don't get anything for the mob. I guess it just doesn't care what it is. So, that's perfect. So let's go ahead and make sure that this is turned off. That's turned off because we need these guys to be producing. We need to make a bunch more pigs, basically. To do that, this of course needs to be turned on, and like I said, I'm just waiting for my crops to kind of grow up a little bit more. before I worry about that. But pigs, yeah, they will be reproducing very soon, and this will be doing it for us. So, yeah, this should technically work. So, now that we have that all set up, really it's just a matter of time, kind of letting the server do its things and stuff like that, and eventually we'll get a nice party of pigs in here. And I don't know if pigs produce a higher amount of pink slime, but it just seems like it. That was one baby pig, and it produced more pink slime than liquid meat. Usually it's the other way around, and you produce more liquid meat than pink slime. So I'm curious if pigs don't, because they are pink, I'm curious if they don't produce more pink slime than anything else. I'm kind of, I don't know. I think that that's potentially the thing. But as you can see in my hotbar, I did go ahead and make the other steel tools. Now, it's a lot easier for me to make them now because we have a bit more steel. But I went ahead and made the steel jackhammer. I'll kind of explain a little bit about these tools. So the steel chainsaw, of course, it like instantly breaks wood, which is really nice. I do believe the advanced one that you get, which is the top tier, that one will break the whole tree down, I believe. And then we have the jackhammer. Now, this has a 12 efficiency modifier against stone. But you see, it will not, it will eventually break this, but it's not meant for that. It's actually meant for just breaking cobbles, or breaking stone. And you'll see that it is just a little bit faster than using your other tools. And plus, you get to save your tool durability for the nice things like ore. So you can use this power for your steel jackhammer, you can use that to power through your cobblestone, and use your actual drill for your ore. Now, I'm pretty sure once these things are enchanted, they can go a lot faster, because these things do work when they're enchanted. But I kind of just wanted to show you that before we end the episode here. Yeah, this was the main project. So, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. And as I said before, if you guys want to hop on the server, you guys have to become a supporter of some fashion. It is a perk of being a supporter of this YouTube channel. So it keeps this YouTube channel live and running as much as I do. I do publish videos every single day. So guys, I really appreciate it. If you guys haven't subscribed already, I highly recommend doing so. Also, ring in that notification bell so you guys can stay notified when I do publish new videos like the one you're watching right now. Anyways, guys, I will see you in the next video. As always, thanks for watching.